How's it going, Bards? We are in Castle Mistmoore, and we are looking to get our very own shiny Mistmoore Battle Drums. So this is a cool zone to be in, very treacherous. It's pretty dark out right now, but eye on the prize of the Mistmoore Battle Drums. So what are these? These are a really good percussion modified instrument, 21, and they drop here in Mistmoore from a werewolf or Mynthi Davissi. And we're seeing if we can, at what level can we, solo these and try to get them. This is a great modifier, 21. Usually the next drum up from, the hand drum, which is the 18 modifier. So big improvement there with the modifier. So cool. What we're going to talk about, we'll go over the gear and whatnot. I tried to do this at level 35, and it really wasn't cutting it. There's just a lot of mobs in the area that we're going to be fighting in. And it's all about the kill time and some of the zone nuances. So, getting into that real quick, let's quickly talk about Mistmoore. So if you bring up the wiki page, know that right down here, the respawn times, you got 22-minute respawns, and the mobs will change, and I will show you this as after we get to the room and whatnot. But you have a 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. respawns for the vampires, which are undead. So we're going to be able to invis our way all the way to the main room where these guys are at. Um, in which case, now we're against the clock about killing ads and all this stuff fast enough and all of that to like not get the respawns from the shift that you'll see from the undead to the alive. So what that means is, even the gypsies, right? The gypsies are also of note. They are the placeholder, or at least one is for Mynthi Davissi. And then at night, they all turn into werewolves. In which case, the werewolves can drop either loot of the Gypsy Princess or the Mistmoore Battle Drums as well. So you have a lot more opportunity to get the drums that way. Otherwise, you're trying to look for Mynthi and trying to get the drums from her. But here she is. Mynthi is level 32. She's Enchanter. And I note the Enchanter because something happened to me which I didn't realize. You can get Charmed, actually. But and even says it right here, is an Enchanter Invul Charm. I just don't read anything. So yeah, actually, and using this, I did actually, kind of already did this well before, but actually, I think am I getting hit? Oh no, someone is. Oh, he is. Well, that's my cue to put on Invis. Invis is very good here. A lot of things in the entrance don't see Invis. Anyways, if I would have heard this, I would have known that because I've killed her on my other guys so many times. I never really thought about it, or it has never happened to me. But you'll get to see that firsthand. Anyways, so she is one that can drop the drums if she has it in her hand. It looks like a flute in the hand, or loot of the Gypsy Princess. Cool. So at night they will change and shift, and they'll become werewolves, and they can drop both either the or the drums of the loot, as I had already said. These guys in level range 22 to 32, they still hit pretty hard. I think Mynthi hits up into the 70s, werewolves up into the 60s, I believe. And yeah, so these are more feasible to kill, and you can get at least one spawn cycle in before they pop and change again and back to gypsy to the musicians, or vice versa. They just keep flip flopping. But anyways, so cool. Let's do a map because we always got to do a map. So right now we are right here at the castle entrance. Blam. We are going to get into this room here. This is the music room. There's a nice. Oh, that is not. Yeah, it is. Yep, the grand piano is here. I just saw this one over here. This is not it. That's another piano room. But this is where we want to go. So how do we get there? We are going to just invis up. We're going to run down to the graveyard. We're going to come down here all the way. We're going to go past the graveyard, through the tunnels, up to the castle, up the ramp to the castle entrance, and then we'll come in. You can go either right or left, doesn't matter. We're going to go right in. Here we're going to note and look out for any undead. So this is the first area in here, in this area, where we will see possible undead, right? If not, easy day. If there is, then we will try to lull them and get by, or whatever we need to do. We can hug walls if we need to, but we'll hug in and we'll kind of come. There's going to be two ways to do this. What I do normally is that there is a hidden wall here, right in here, and this is a whole tunnel that you can fight in all the way through. There's two hidden walls, and you can fight in this tunnel, and it allows you to bypass both of these rooms. This room here is full of mobs, not really good. There is an extra werewolf in here, but unless you're really crushing through and all that, I wouldn't really advise too much on that unless you have a high level character that doesn't draw extra aggro, because there are a ton of mobs in here. So cool. Other than that, we will either that, or you can come in here. There's a little safe area on the side here, and just to kind of show you that, there is a pillar right here and a pillar over here, and as long as you stay within here, and there's a ledge here, you stay on this side, nothing will aggro you through line of sight, so you can drop invis, and we'll show you that once we get into the room. So that is the route we'll take, probably the easiest route we can do. So let's get to it. So we are make sure that invis is on. People running all over the place, and we can go through some gear real quick. We have 2 alligator tooth earrings, right? There's nothing. I have no crazy twink gear at level 40. Crested helm, serpent skin eye patch, bear tooth necklace, bloodstained mantle, small bronze arms, hooded black cloak, some hero bracers, a fire emerald golden bracer, hellfire gloves, troll hide belt, dwarven hide boots, drake hide leggings, dwarven ringmail tunic, a reed ring, and a jagged band. So right now, just coming up here. Yep, running up to the castle entrance here. Also, real quick, I'm using a enameled black mace and a dragoon dirk, just so you got an idea. Hand drum, loot of the gypsy princess already, and a wooden flute. So cool. There's a group here at the castle entrance, so that's really nice. Again, this is just to show you a solo at level 40. So if you're level 30, 35, you could possibly get into one of these groups, and they're going to be pulling all the inside as well. So that's, just another easy way to do it instead of waiting all the way to level 40. So again, we enter the castle, left or right. I go left. I'll get some gargoyles. None of these guys see invis. So once we get here, this is where we're going to be a little bit more cautious. We're going to peek around the corner and see there's usually, okay, there's a herald there right now. Sometimes they can be undead. So on this side, there is a soul seductress, and they see invis. So ready to attack. But this is a little bit easier. And there's another mob right inside. We want to go left over here. So what we can do, we can simply just hug the wall, come in left, and scoot very cautiously, carefully. And it looks like a herald, so we got a herald there. So that's good. This is where we want to go. If you go right over here, before this door, right to this wall, look at it, and then you go right through it, and you have the hidden hallway, the secret hallway. And you can go right out the other side. There's some gargoyles in here. There's the back entrance to this room, full of mobs, as you can see, and there's another werewolf that spawns right here. During the day, she will pop as an ambassador. She doesn't drop anything of note, so not really worth any risk in doing that. So we'll go back through the wall and back out. It's nice that there's no undead right here, but these mobs, we're going to kill these in order to pull some mobs. It just makes it a lot easier. At level 40, we can take these down pretty well. I still am down to the wire, so that's why I chose level 40. Just gives you the extra wiggle room and less resistances or critical resistances with the lull. So here is the main room, and this is where we can hide. We can actually take invis off here and be just fine with all these mobs around, and we can sit and do all that. Just be careful if you're going to pull over the ledge and whatnot. They do this weird pathing that kind of goes up and around, and they may aggro some other things. But it is a lot of lulling, so because of that, I just elected to just kill a lot of these. There's a gypsy dancer. She does not drop anything either that we need. And I would advise maybe taking her down too. If you kill the two mobs here, the herald and the other one on the corner, and her, it's a pretty easy day. Now, if the group was not out front, There are up to three pathers that will path in and out of this room, and they will help buff all these guys. There's like a glyph guard and all, some sentries, whatever. But you need to be very cautious if you're trying to lull everything and pull these guys. Those are just some concerns there. So there is more mobs than what is being shown right now, and don't hop up on the ledge. Hop up on the ledge and they will aggro, and it's gonna be a bad day. So cool. But right now, yep, all werewolves. So these any one of these or all of them could possibly potentially drop the drums or a loot, or none of them, or either. Right? They won't drop either. But yeah, so we'll kind of cycle through. I'll show you what it looks like when they change back over, and hopefully we can also get the named, which we will. But and hopefully get the Mistmoore Battle Drums. So pretty cool. Again, doing that level 40, it's a little bit more feasible, and you'll see that each of these mobs, they all require a little bit of work, and the songs that I'm using, most of the time I'm using my snare for the slow effect. I'm using Psalm of Cooling. It also acts as a damage shield, a 9 point damage shield, so that's also really good. Don't neglect that. That's extra damage, free damage most of the time. And then usually 2 dots, so I'd have Chant of Flame, and then I usually just throw up Fuful's Curtailing Chant. It's also an MR debuffer, so this is really nice to have as well. So that's kind of the typical lineup, or I will switch out with Jonathan's Whistling War Song. Really good haste and all that on that through that song. So yeah, we'll get to it and hopefully get our Mistmoore Battle Drums. Alright, there we go. I've got changing the guard, so you can see that they came from the werewolves to the musicians. Still 5 a.m. Should be, oh, there we go, 6 a.m. is when they should be turning over. As you can see, they have gypsy loots. 2 of them have gypsy loots now, and one does not. Usually the named Mynthi Davissi will spawn in the middle, and she could be possibly holding the Mistmoore Battle Drum, but also any one of those werewolves could have dropped it. And there's also a 4th werewolf in the other room, but there's a lot of ads in there. I don't really worry about that. So it's pretty cool, and we'll get to work and get a gypsy loot. Alright, we got Mynthi to spawn. I'm going to tag her really quickly. She just popped before she gets anything on her. Just going to fight her right over here on the side. Kind of already down in health. Oh, she charmed me. Oh, that's not good. I don't think I even knew she could do that, actually. Oh, there we go. It's off. And of course she got a damage shield on, so let's I did not. I didn't dot her yet. Oop. I just loaded the dot. Load that dispel. I don't want her doing that at all. Let's see. Oops. Not good. Let's get it. Oh, there we go. Oh, actually resisted. That's kind of nice. Let's just hit it one more time. Alright. She doesn't have the drum, but that's alright. It's not too big of a deal. We might need to heal up a little bit, actually, already. She is no joke, since she is the named. I'll just heal up full real quick, and kind of go from there, I think. And don't forget to switch back out my dot. Okay, we'll give it a second and come back full. Okay, let's get Get her snared. We're gonna get all this on. So yeah, this is just to show you that we can kill her ultimately. I kind of think she doesn't have the drums, but not a big deal. Hopefully we can get it from either she can respawn again or from the werewolves. So that'd be pretty cool. So she does hit a little bit harder in the 70s there. I'm just using snare. Damage shield's also a resist, my fire resist, Psalm of Cooling, and 2 dots. And actually, she's going down pretty nicely. She is blue at level 40. A little easier than what I thought, but you know, pretty cool. And down. Let's see what she has. We got Loot of the Gypsy Princess, so pretty cool. Yep, we'll have one of those. And some other words there. Cool. That is how. So yeah, we could definitely kill Mynthi Davissi. Davissi? Vini Vici. Cool. Okay, so right now we have the 3 werewolves up, so invis, and we look over the ledge here. This is a safe wall again. There are no pathers at this time, and what we'll do is to try to take each one down as we go. So I'll switch out to my loot. To do that, kind of going from the back forward, and we'll just pop up on the wall, tag this guy. Actually, the dancer, give her a lull too. Pop up. He's engaged, pull him up to the front. And there we go, we'll pull him into the wall here. Just in with a quick mez just to set up a little better. Here we go. And I'm just going to use snare, using Psalm of Cooling for the damage shield actually, and then 2 dots. So we'll start chipping away. Never underestimate the damage shield. It's really good to use. So I would like to use a self-haste, but I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. They still hit kind of hard. Hopefully we can turn the tide a little bit here. This one's whacking me pretty good. Even at level 40, yeah, still tough. Let's see if we can. And my dodge is really low too, right? 86 is not really that good. But we're doing fine. We're going to get him. As long as it doesn't crack me for too much more. And all the way down that life. That's why I chose level 40 to do this at. So cool. And there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Mistmoore Battle Drums. There we go. Just like that. So first kill. That's actually pretty cool. Finally, something that works in my favor. So we got the drums. Again, you can kill that's what's nice about the werewolves is, yeah, you can kill them and they drop absolutely nothing, but they can drop the loot of the Gypsy Princess as well as our drums. So this is really nice, good upgrade from my hand drums that I had with that 21 modifier. So up from 18, pretty good. But yeah, that is how you get the Mistmoore Battle Drums.